It's a very exciting time for the cryptocurrency market, for Bitcoin holders, for XRP holders, but I want to discuss whether or not we are potentially in a bear market rally. I also want to take a look at my XRP trades. I want to see what's happening, and I want to discuss what I think might be coming in the short term, in the long term, and we're going to look at the news so you guys can be fully up to date. If you are new to my channel, I talk about XRP and the cryptocurrency markets every single day. So if you can do me a favor, we just broke 20,000 subscribers. I would absolutely love to get to the next milestone, which is 25,000. So if you could subscribe, that would mean the absolute world to me. And if you are here right now, do me a favor, hit the like button. Leave me a little comment so I know you are watching, because right now it says zeros across the board and it's super awkward when it says there's zero, because am I talking to myself or is there someone behind the camera lens? Who knows? So let me know in the chat. I'd appreciate it. And let's jump straight into it. So this is the S&P 500. And I'm afraid to say, guys, right now is a little bit red on the day. We have the NASDAQ, which is very slightly up. And in fact, 0.13% in a day is actually kind of normal if we discount all of this crazy time in the market and we get back to a little bit of new normality. That's the kind of moves that we normally saw in days, right? But what we're having right now is the potential of a bear market rally. So I want to discuss, is this a bear market rally? Should we be worried? And what exactly I'm doing. All right, so what is a bear market rally? Bear markets refer to a sharp short-term bear market rally refers to a sharp short-term rebound in the share prices amid longer-term bear market declines. Bear market rallies are treacherous for investors who mistakenly come to believe they mark the end of an extended downturn. As the primary bearish trend reasserts itself, the disappointment of those who bought during the bear market rally helped to drive prices to new lows, because guess what? They are selling. Bear market rallies are also known as dead cat bounces or a sucker's rally. Some of the key takeaways are bear market rallies are significant counter-trend recoveries in stock prices that can last as little as a few days or even as long as a few months before the market reverses to new lows. The deepest bear markets have tended to produce the largest and longest bear market rallies. There is no sure way to identify a bear market rally as such until it unwinds. Investors focused on the market fundamentals and familiar with the history of bear market rallies stand the best chance to avoid these traps. Carlito, what is up? Thank you for being the first person to comment on the stream. I appreciate you guys. Also, if you are watching, smash the like button. It helps this to get out to more people. And let's keep going. Oh, I didn't mean to pop that up yet, but Dubai, I don't know if you guys know, but Dubai teamed up with Crypto.com to enable cryptocurrency payments for government services. XRP also became the first officially regulated digital assets in the Emirate. I think this is absolutely huge, guys. You could probably go out right now and buy property with XRP. And I don't think you could do that anywhere else in the world. And this is officially regulated now. Dubai have laws and regulations around crypto, and this is the only, from what I understand, regulated digital asset in the Emirates. Patrick Garcia, the second person to comment. I appreciate you guys. Come on. Do me a favor, guys. Comment and like. There's 57 people watching. Just hit that like button. It would really be helpful to me, and I will be answering questions down there in the comment section soon. We also have $4 trillion JP Morgan has just completed its first transaction on a public blockchain with Chainlink and Ondo. I know it's disappointing that it wasn't with XRP, but banks are coming on the blockchain. And I think over some time, this is obviously going to have a ripple effect into other banks, other blockchains, and potentially and hopefully XRP. All right. So my point wasn't to talk about that. It was actually to talk about this. 20% bear market rallies. If you're just tuning in right now, we're talking about the potential of it being a bear market rally that's happening right now. Is it possible? Is it happening? What should we do? That's what we're discussing. All right. So the NASDAQ in 2000 to 2002 had multiple 20+ rallies. By the way, if you didn't know, right now we are having I think it's like 50, or it might even be 20%. Yeah, we're having a 21% rally Is this a bear market rally? I want to try and figure that out with you guys right now. So we had April 4th, May 23rd, December 20th, April 4th, September 21, and July 23. Over the course of 2 years, there were 6 bear market rallies, and the NASDAQ went down 78%. Why do I think it's important to talk about the NASDAQ? Well, the NASDAQ is very closely tied to Bitcoin. As the NASDAQ rallies, Bitcoin rallies. If the NASDAQ collapsed, Bitcoin would probably collapse because it's the risk-on version of the S&P 500, essentially, right? So more reward, more risk. That's how it works normally. And of course, if we collapsed, Bitcoin, in my opinion, would collapse, and then in turn, XRP would collapse. So what do we have going on right now on a technical level? We've spoken about the death cross that happened, right? It happened right at about a price down there, 5,244. When did we last have a death cross? Well, right here, right? And the market rallied about 10% from that point to the high, or 12%. And then it went on to collapse a further 24%. So these things happen. So if we take a look here, you can see we spent about 9 days above that 200 MA. So can we spend 9 days above this and then not fall below it? That's one thing. Like maybe it does this, right? So we don't want to fall below it. We definitely don't want to come up, retest it, and flip it into a resistance. In fact, what we want to do is potentially come down, but flip it into a support, or really just never come back down to it and go off to the races. That's kind of what we want to see. So on a technical level, this is what I'm personally watching. Do we interact with the 500 or 200 MA again? And how did we interact with them before? You can see when we had this bear market rally that we're trying to figure out whether or not we're in right now, we lost it, right? We came up, we retested, but we lost it. Then we retested and turned it into a resistance and headed lower. Again, it was a resistance right here. So it's important to watch these things happening, if they work or not. You can see again, it poked ahead here. Again, it poked ahead here to finally retest and then finally go up. One last retest, and then we continued up. So are we in a bear market rally according to this? Well, so far we have something similar, although we have such a significantly larger move than we did here. So personally, due to this, I don't think we are in a bear market rally per se, but I definitely am very eagerly watching the market to see where it goes. Also, after Bear Stearns collapsed in 2008, the NASDAQ rallied nearly 20% into May. Very similar to what's happening right now. A classic bear market bounce. But it was a head fake. By July, stocks fell again, and by fall, the real crash began. What's up, Sultan? XRP to $3. I do hope so. 128 people, 27 likes. Come on, guys. Do the likes. Get the likes going. And once we get 100 likes, I can start answering questions. You know how I appreciate the likes. It helps the video get out to more people. So give me a favor. If you like me going live, the way you keep me going live and the way we keep being able to chat is if you like it. Simple. Right. There is clues, however, that the worst is in fact over. According to Ryan Detrick, the S&P 500 is about to be up 8 days in a row. This is up 6% during the win streak. 3 of the past 4 times that it happened, 20% a year later. So 3 out of 4 times we saw a similar move to what we're having right now. 1 year later, the market was 20% higher. 3 times out of 4. Better than average returns across the board going out a year. So this could mean that right now is actually, even though we've gone up loads already, could be a great opportunity. Now, this is very interesting because this guy doesn't think that we're in a bear market rally. Multiple sectors are showing strength. Leading stocks are back at all-time highs, more setups than you can take, above all moving averages. Volatility falling off a cliff. How do we measure the volatility? We go over here and we check the VIX, guys. This is TradingView. If you check it out, you'll be able to see it yourself. And this was the region in which we were so bullish on the market because the VIX was so high. This is basically the fear, uncertainty, and doubt of the stock market. It's not exactly that, but it basically is something like that. Don't shoot the messenger. That's how I interpret it. And it was a great time to be buying, just like when the market is extremely fearful, like it was a month ago, it was a great time to buy. This is the CNN Fear and Greed Index, so it doesn't just look at crypto, it looks at the whole market. All right, where is this? Risk on assets are flying, follow through days, big earning beats, and good breath. But the key here is to be prepared, all right? Some of the best periods, you can make more in a week than an entire year. As this guy said before, during the correction, you need to have your watch list ready. Is this crypto? Is it stocks? Is it XRP? Whatever it is, you need to know what you want before the market turns up and then wait for the right moment to act. Kraken, what's up? Pay attention to stocks showing relative strength. This also applies to crypto. That being said, now is not the time to get aggressive. Now I agree, right? Don't FOMO. Things are stretched right now. Tons of stocks and crypto have doubled or even tripled in a few weeks. We have big, huge moves in the market right now, big swings. And of course, on top of all of that, the market is going incredibly long at the moment. You can see there's a little bit of a pullback happening right now, and we have $208 million worth of wrecked positions, right? And if we take a look here, you can see that there are a lot of longs being taken in this market right as we speak. All right. With that said, it shows us that more people are bullish than they are bearish, which means normally there's going to be some sort of pullback. And if there is a pullback of Bitcoin, that's going to affect the altcoins. And that's also going to affect XRP, right? It's just how it goes. Now, there is 148 people in this live. I want to ask you this question. I want to ask you this. Read it right now, and we'll go back to XRP, and then we'll come back, and I want to see what you guys have to say. Tell me in the comment section the answer to this, because I think I know the answer, but I can't believe how different people's answers are. I bought Bitcoin for $20,000. I sold it for $50,000. I bought it again for $60,000. I sold it again for $90,000. How much profit did I make? Please let me know in the comment section right now. All right, please. I want to hear from you, and I want to discuss the answers because it seems to be dividing the internet, and it's wild to me. It's like, I don't get it. But with that said, let me answer. Do I think we're in a bear market rally? No, I don't. I don't actually think that this was, I mean, technically it was a bear market, but the reason in which we went down was because the market was basically unfairly worried about Trump's tariffs. And now we've realized that maybe then were just a negotiation tactic. All right. And now the market's like, well, if it's just a negotiation tactic and we're always going to bring them down, then it's not as bad as it was. So with that said, I don't think we're in a bear market rally. However, the market could stay irrational for a long time. We could have many more months or even years of sideways action where we don't get back to previous highs, where we do have some more down periods. It's normal for us to have down periods. Look, these are not bear markets, but the S&P 500 went down 5%, went down 9%, went down 3%. So you get the picture, right? We can still go down. And obviously when that goes down, it will affect the liquidity in the market. It will affect Bitcoin. It will affect altcoins. Now I'm hoping that we do have an altcoin rally very soon. How can we figure out where we are in comparison to the altcoin rally? The blockchaincenter.net/altcoin season index. Right now, we are just above a Bitcoin season. So we're nowhere even close to an altcoin season. Not even close. And yet we're seeing some altcoins go absolutely parabolic. So I think there could be so much more room to the upside. That is why I have these trades open, right? And I am hoping that they absolutely print. And of course, I will take you guys on the journey of these trades printing. If you want to place to trade, though, remember you can get XRP bonuses over on Blowfin. The links to Blowfin are in the description. No KYC, no VPN, no personal details. You can trade on Blowfin right now from anywhere in the world, but I highly suggest you read the terms of service before you sign up. But Blowfin, you can trade on the spot market, on the futures market, or you can copy traders if that's something you want to do. It's something that I'm personally doing. I'm copying a trader called Quantoshi. The last trade that he closed made a $7,000 profit for me. But if you do want to follow Quantoshi, go and research them. Quantoshi.com. They are algorithmic situation that we follow, right? We're following an algorithm, not a human trader. And I thought it was a very interesting difference to the way I trade. So that's why I did it. You guys don't just blindly do it. Go and do your research. The key to Blowfin, though, is trading anywhere in the world, on the spot market, on the futures market, and then grabbing that XRP bonus if you do want to grab it. Now, guys, give me the answer to this. in the comment section immediately. We got 192 people viewing, right? And we only got 59 likes. I'll tell you what I think the answer is to this if we get to 100 likes, all right? Come on, like it up. If we look at XRP though, however, let's try and focus on that for now. As you know, I don't think we're in a bear market rally, but prepare for the worst, okay? Prepare for the worst just in case, okay? How do I mean by that? Taking some profits from trades like we've been doing already, getting some stop losses in, and then getting a strategy to which how you will play the market if it collapses from here. Will you buy more? Will you panic? Will you sell? All of those things are important to understand. If XRP dropped today back down to here at $1.61, I know you're going to say, a lot of you will say, well, I'm going to buy it, obviously. I'm going to buy loads. But most people don't buy when the market's panicked. So make a plan now when everything's nice and bullish. And if we get bearish, do the plan. Write it down on a Google sheet. Write it down on a piece of paper. This is what I'll do if things crash. And then read that piece of paper if we do. Because, guys, there's going to be pain. There's going to be uncertainty. And it's going to come when people don't expect it. People think it's going to come when they do expect it. Because right now they're like, oh, I wish I bought more at $1.60. But, guys, there's a possibility here that we go down to $1 in a week. That could happen. Make sure you have that plan ready now. And that is if we're in a bear market rally, things could go into a bear market. If the S&P 500 turns out to be in a longer term bear market, crypto could go into a longer term bear market. So be prepared, okay? That's what you need to be doing. Right now, we're still trying to break above our resistance. $2.50 really is about the resistance. And right now could be a retest before we go off to the races, right? So right now, things are looking nice. I've got my position. I've not taken profits from it yet. In fact, we've only built up the position, and I'm hoping that this could go significantly higher. I did, however, take money out of my Bitcoin trade and use that to buy XRP and use that to buy Ethereum here. But I do think these could go significantly higher given how low we are still on the altcoin season index. So that's my thoughts around there, guys. And we got 73 likes and 200 people watching. Come on, put it up, put it up. I want to answer this question with you guys, but I need 100 likes. Just 13 people right now. Just press it. Just like it. And if we don't do it, I'll just have to end the stream. And then we won't be able to answer any questions, which will be really sad. All right? I mean business. Proper business. 8, look at that. You guys are doing it. What did I say, 13? That was so nonsense. That would be 87. We got 85. Come on, the 214. The second you guys like, more people enter the stream, and then I can chat. I can yappa for longer. Answer questions. All of that sort of stuff. What's Bitcoin doing? Let's take a look at that while we wait for 100 likes. Oh, also, we should do another trade because that was so fun last time. Let me know, how much leverage should I use to go long? Oh, let me do a poll as well. Should I go long? Why do I do the polls? Here. Shall I go together? Shall I go long or short on XRP? Right now. Long. Ooh, ong. Long. Short. Let me know what you guys think. And guys, this is not me trading on a technical level or fundamentals or anything like that. This is me having a little bit of fun. We're going to, you know, the casino and we're just chilling out all together. All right. So we have 103 likes. So let's do it. All right. Let's do this. I bought Bitcoin for 20K. I sold it for 50K. That means I made $30,000 profit. Right. Now I bought it again for 60K. This is the part that confuses people because they think, well, if I only made $30,000 profit, then if I bought it again for 60K, then there's a price difference there. So I lose $10,000 or something like that. But no, this isn't saying, right? This is asking how much profit we made. Not asking how much I used to make the profit. Not asking how much was in my bag, right, when I did the trade. It's just simple. Bitcoin was worth $20,000 when I bought it. It was worth $50,000 when I sold it. So that is a profit of $30,000. Now I bought it again for $60,000 and sold it for $90,000. That's a profit of $30,000 and a total of $60,000. I'm confusing myself in my head. So I think that this is a $60,000 profit. All right, that's what I think. I don't really know I'm not really following how it could be anything different. Explain to me how it could be anything different. Because I got a lot of polarizing answers, even from my friends as well. They were like, no, Connor, you're an idiot. That's not at all what it is. Don't be absolutely ridiculous. So let's just ask. Look, let's just ask here. What's the answer? Surely ChatGPT knows. Because it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter the size of the position. Yeah, $60,000. So that's the answer, I think. But we have someone who said 50,000. I don't want to call anyone out for getting it wrong. This is just what I think, right? But I want to hear your reasoning. Like 50,000, why was it 50? 30,000, Michael, why do you think it was 30,000? Hello, do you have a big take profit zones like Tyler? No, I don't use really zones like that. It's more how the market, how euphoric it is. 60K. But yes, so I think it's $60,000 profit, right? That's what it is. Anyway, again, if you think that's wrong, please explain to me in the comment section why it's wrong, all right? Because I think that's... Look, everyone's removed their answers. Assuming you bought one full Bitcoin each time, the first trade 30K, second trade 30K, 60K. Yeah. Coming to a specific dollar amount was impossible without knowing how much you invested when Bitcoin was $20,000. Simple question. So this is what I think people are confused, right? Because it says I bought Bitcoin for 20,000. Yes. You don't know how much Bitcoin is, but you bought $20,000 of it, right? I sold it for 50,000. It doesn't say I sold it when Bitcoin was 50,000. It says I bought Bitcoin for 20,000 and I sold it for 50,000. I bought it again for 60,000 and I sold it again for 90,000. It doesn't say that was the price of Bitcoin, right? It's just the profit that it made. It could have been a dollar, and then it went up by the percentage. I don't think it's dumb, right? I just think it's people who are looking at it a different way or looking at the price of Bitcoin. So everyone thinks I should go long right now. I'm live. It's all right. You can come in if you want to be live. It's all right. Why would the answer be a percentage when it's asking how much profit? So this is from Wild Runner. There is no dollar value to the answer. It says how much profit did I make? It doesn't say how much percentage profit did I make. It's how much profit. And we only know the numbers, right? Yeah, see, Guillermo. Yes, he had to add 10K of his own money to complete the 60K, which means it's 50K profit. It's not, though, because it doesn't matter how much money you use. If I have $100,000, right, and that's how much my trading account is, and then I make a trade that makes $10,000, I then have $110,000 in the account, right? If I then make another trade, right, that I make $10,000 on, I still only make $20,000 profit. Those two trades could be completely different amounts, right? I could do one trade where I spent $100,000 and it went up 10%. I then sold it and I have 110 in my account. And then I could make another trade where I put in $10,000 and it does 100% move and I still made $10,000 and I still made $20,000 profit. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter how much I paid for it. It makes no difference, in fact. Just because I had to use more money you don't know how much money I have. That's what I think anyway. Oh, long Cardano. Could do. This is exactly why we crashed a multi-million-dollar landing craft on Mars. All right, so should I do 50x or should I do... Oh, no, I can't because I already have a trade open over here. Wait, let me see if I can open a different account. Let me see if I have a different account open here. I probably do. XRP. Should I do, we can do 500. Should I do, wait, where's my thing gone? Is that here? Okay. Should I do 500x or 50x? I think for the sake of it, we should do 500, right? Because that's a little bit more fun. Do not copy what I'm doing, all right, guys? This is silly. This is just for a bit of fun. Oh, wait, I don't even have any money in this account. Oh, I have a little bit. One sec. Transfer. So you guys want me to lose my money, I see. I'll put 100 in there. All right, futures. You're going to get wrecked. I know, man. We're going to spin the wheel, see what happens. We are going to get, I'm going to get wrecked. Wait, Bitcoin. Oh, wait, maybe it doesn't work. Let's see. Yeah, don't do this at home. This is just us having a little bit of fun. Because, like, why not? Whoa. With $100, we can buy. See, I would never do this, right? So don't do this. This is not how you trade. If you want to see my trades, we'll talk about it. This is my real account. This is a real account. It's $100. Let's do it. Are we at insufficient margin? I just put $100 in. Market, confirm. What are we doing here? There's $100 right here. All right, let's put in, let's do 30,000. All right, we're in. So dumb. All right, well, I'll continue to answer some questions while we do this. Probably going to get wrecked right now. Come on, bounce for us. Come on. What have we got? We got 12,000 XRP. That's absolutely wild. People are such degens because some people actually do this, which you shouldn't do, but it is a little bit of fun, so we can do it. We can do it together. Oh, my thing's turned off. While this does that, right, I'll show you my actual trades. These are my actual trades, right? Low leverage, 3x, 6x. These are my trades. This is the profit. I would never use 500x. That's absolutely wild, all right? But if you guys want to trade your own strategy with lower leverage is what I would be doing, right? That's what I trade with. There is a link to Blowfin down there in the description, and you guys can get the XRP bonuses right now. If you want to sign up, the links are down there. XRP bonuses just for this community. Right? So be safe out there. Don't trade with loads of leverage. But if you want to grab the bonuses, also, we done it. It got liquidated. See, don't do it. We got liquidated. All right. We're not doing 500x leverage again, guys. We're doing 50. Last time we did it, we actually made $50. So now we're down $50. So we're not doing that again. Yeah, people do it, but it's not worth the risk because you can only, you see how quickly we lost that money is because you can only win if the price doesn't go down. Like, what's the percentage? Like 0.2% down liquidates the account. So it's stupid, right? Yeah, you guys are about, you can't see it yet, but you're about to see me get wrecked. But yeah, if you do want to stay safe, low leverage, chill, wait for opportunities in the market. Don't do what I just did. It's a perfect example of what these people right here are doing, right? They're going extremely long with really high leverage. We can see, there's a way to see this. I'm being stupid right now. There is a way to see, sorry, I'm completely forgotten how to do this right now. Anyway, you can see on here somehow how much leverage people are using, right? But people are using a lot. They're using super high leverage, and it's absolutely ridiculous to do that. Like, because you just get wrecked, just like we did then. So use low leverage if you're actually trading, and if you want to get those bonuses, or if you want to copy the same copy trader. This copy trader is an algorithm, right, that I've been following, and you can see the trades right now. We got $155. Every time I check, it's back to this because the price keeps going down, but it entered at 102 after taking profits. So check that out if you want down there in the description. And guys, it's been fun. I was hoping that we were going to have a little bit longer term fun there that I threw $100 away with, but oh well, you live and you learn. I'm going to have to jump off because the missus wants me to go and eat dinner. If you have any quick questions now, quick fire, any questions you might have, and we won't be doing 500x leverage ever again. All right? We'll be sticking to that lower leverage vibe. Was a good example of how to avoid worth burning money to give simple lesson to the community. I completely agree. Do not do 500x leverage because you get wrecked instantly. Remember that. You like if you do 500x leverage, you're like almost like I mean you're pretty much guaranteed to lose the money. I go 200x on Bitcoin with $1 if I make profit for a laugh. The most I've made is $60. Yeah, I mean it's a bit of fun, isn't it? You can do a bit of fun. Don't worry about a bit of fun, but just make sure it's not your trading style because there is no one out there who uses like 100 to 500x leverage and is consistently profitable that I've ever met. Maybe I stand to be wrong, but that I've ever met. Chris Adams Music UK, am I Tyler Hill's financial advisor? Absolutely not. No matter what he might say, it ain't the case. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off. Thank you to everyone here. If you want to do me a favor, smash that subscribe button. If you want me to go live more often, let me know in the comment section of my videos or even on this video once it goes live. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.